Gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Amash, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks again, Mr. Donahoe. In a March 2010 USPS action plan, USPS stated diversification into non-postal activities such as logistics, banking, and consumer goods would not be viable due to high operating costs and relatively light customer traffic in post offices. Is this still your opinion?
Yes.
And could you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Here's the thing. The way we look at it is this: the Postal Service has a tremendously strong core business, and we think that looking out into the future, commercial first-class mail, advertising mail, and packages provides us big opportunities to grow the business itself, as well as make some additional money on new services. So our focus should be on being the best at what we do the best right now. When you look at things like banking, there's banks on every corner. When you look at cell phones, AT&T is trying to merge with T-Mobile because they can't make any money independently. Even if you study what the foreign posts do, if you look at what Germany does today, Germany makes their profits off of the mail. Of course, they charge 85 cents for a stamp to deliver the size of a territory like Ohio and Pennsylvania. But, they don't make money on logistics, and it would be foolish for us, especially in the situation we are, to take our eye off the ball and get into something we're not good at.
Yeah, and I have a slide up here which I think really emphasizes this point. This is from 2009. It shows a $7.8 billion shortfall. In order to make up that sort of shortfall, you need to run revenues of almost $150 billion. And I mean, to show you how big a deal that is, that would equate to creating 13 Fortune 500 companies. It would be more than twice the combined revenue of FedEx and UPS. It would be equal to capturing 5% market share of the total U.S. savings market, and it would be equivalent to building an e-commerce business 8 times the size of Amazon.com. So do you have any comments on this?
Well, I agree with that. I mean, it's better for the Postal Service to focus on the core mission. We have people that do an excellent job every day. We're out there. We've got the best network in the world, the house-to-house, business-to-business network. And with the growth in e-commerce that we can see coming up, we think there's definitely opportunities for us to grow that business.
Thank you. And I have a few questions about the health care plan.
Sure.
Currently, the taxpayer provides a backstop for postal employee retiree health care benefits. Would you expect the backstop to continue if USPS leaves FEHB?
Backstop meaning that if we left FEHBP and went and the Postal Service was out of business, that there would be no.
If you were running the plan yourself.
Right. Here's the way we look at it. First of all, by implementing a plan like we are projecting now, we do not plan on going out of business. We plan on getting stronger and being strong going out into the future. That's the goal right there. Secondly, by working through how we actually set up the health care plan and how we manage the retirees and how we manage the pre-funding money that's already in there, $45 billion, we think that will be enough to cover retiree health benefits going out into the future. The key critical thing for us, though, is, again, a good, viable, financially strong Postal Service going out into the future.
And would the premiums and benefits of a USPS-run health care plan be subject to collective bargaining?
They could be. We've not really spent a lot of time on that, but it would be an area that would be open for collective bargaining. That's pretty much the way that the rest of American business does it today. Currently, the legislative issues cover retiree benefits and the retirement portion of the FEHBP. I think many years ago there was actually some collective bargaining done around benefits, and of course we consider that going out into the future.
And how would USPS prefer to have its a separate health plan funded?
We would fund it just like we do now. It's part of the business of running the organization. There's no government money coming our way. We want to be self-sufficient, like I said in my opening statement, and that's exactly how we'd fund this. And
would you immediately want to draw on the current retiree health benefits fund managed by OPM?
There's a couple different options on that. We would have to sit down and walk through those with you. I think that as you go out, There will be a need to start to use those funds probably in 3 or 4 years from now, but I don't know that we'd be doing anything in the next couple of years. But I'd like to sit down with you. We've got some people that know that stuff a lot better than me. I'd be more than happy to cover that.
Thanks for your time. I yield back.